Hi Libra, this is gonna be your art channeled message and tarot reading. I channel messages through art and really anything I feel called to do. What I started drawing for you was an easel with a canvas on the top of it, but behind the blank canvas is a shadow or a ball. You're using your shadow aspects to make art. Doesn't even have to be literal art, could be anything you do. For some reason I just got with ease, like easel, ease. Something is easy for you when you apply dark emotions, or that makes it easier to deal with those emotions. In this case, I'm seeing art is your life, or how you move through life. That's what art means here. Art is your life, your canvas, your story. You know what else I'm getting? You know that tortured artist archetype where pain and dark emotion play a part in the most beautiful works of art? You alone are art. Something you create is based on shadowy aspects. It's like behind the canvas looks like a circle or a globe. So I'm getting the World card. In the card, it depicts a woman in the center, almost like she's in her own bubble. She can't be bothered. The way I'm viewing this now is protection. That circle around her serves as a force field to the many shadow aspects of what the world brings. That can be hate, jealousy, violence. And for some reason I'm getting violence is heavy here too. But you're owning that bad side of you, so it's like you're protected because you're not particularly fazed by it. In the world, she's doesn't have anything on her as well. I feel drawn to that detail. It's like, once again, you're already vulnerable. Everything's on the table already. You don't have anything to hide. You don't have anything to be defensive about. And then I got a Renaissance painting too, because I was getting canvas, the easel. So like the World card looks like a painting. She's posing. There's a few scraps of clothes. And then there's angels soaring in the sky. But instead of them being angel, like babies or things that you'd see in regular paintings, they're animals. They're angel animals with wings. This was an unexpected addition to this, but someone has a pet that passed on that's coming through here. Or that was your baby, your inspiration. You could even have painted this pet as an angel or an angel form. I know people actually do this. They get someone to paint their fur baby. They have a piece of them with them as a memory. Doesn't even have to be art, but sometimes people do that with their beloved pets. Also, this was another last minute addition to this, but I was getting the Queen of Swords, but she looked pale, she looked sick. So, when I was about to do your reading, I started with, I was going to do this as the heart of the reading or one of the cards, but this happened to be quite a few times where I'll try to start doing it, but the information gets all fumbled, like I'm not supposed to start yet. And I feel like the reason I wasn't meant to is because they want me to pay close attention to this more. This is something that came out after I was talking about what I channeled. So here's the overall energy. I might even pull another one, but it's Queen of Swords. She looks very pale. And she has the book there, which I'm seeing is she's an open book. Also, her face is as white as a blank canvas. This canvas wasn't covered in art. It wasn't even finished. There's nothing on it. There's no story. The Queen of Swords is speaking somehow about her pain. It's an open book, just like art can be viewed or interpreted by others. And I did mention tortured artists. They apply or implement negative emotions to inspire them, and sometimes it's obvious what those emotions are. I get a sense you know their messages. It's almost like a cry for help. the white pale skin resembles sickness or physical illness, mental illness. That's how you cope with it. It makes it easier. Easier. It's how you express yourself, maybe. But I'm seeing this also gets in the way or blocks your vision and inspiration. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a blank canvas. It would have substance. It would have art on it. I'm also getting with her face here, it's like your emotions are written on your face. I mean, she has a blank expression. You can't tell it on her face, but you can tell it in everything else. It's very indirect. Okay. That's how the Queen of Swords, or you, communicate. It's like you want people to realize something. You want people's attention. And you for sure have nothing to hide. It's like people already know everything about you. There's no secrets, no nothing. You're already an open book. So maybe that's what this is too. It's like, what's Libra hiding? There has to be more about Libra. Nope. I feel like that's pretty much it. Fragmentation. When I think of fragments, I think pieces. Something's in pieces. Something's not all together. It's not in one piece. In this card, she has wings, but she doesn't really have a body. It's just a bunch of pieces and hooks. Like it's like she's piecing herself together. Another very cold card. Fragmentation. From pieces. Picking up the pieces. Knight of Cups. Also, there's a crescent, which would be considered a fragment or only a small piece of a full moon. So it's like you don't feel full. You don't feel like you're all together. You don't feel like you have it all together. And maybe that's what you're not afraid to admit. You don't have it all together. You don't have anything to hide. You're just an open book. I feel like you also, there's a sadness about not having it all together. Because I did say this pain or this sickness, this sick feeling, whatever's causing you stress, is stopping you from progressing in life. Because I wasn't getting literal art. I was getting the canvas is your story, your path. And the canvas was blank. Ooh, and for some of you, I'm seeing you refuse to express yourself. You're not putting yourself out there. You're holding yourself back. It's just blank. There's no emotion. Maybe you do have a few things you're not being open about. Eight of Pentacles. I'm getting this energy of definitely like holding yourself back. Something is not finished. It's like having people interpret artwork, but it's a blank canvas. How do you interpret that? Like people might even be interpreting you, like you're the art, and there's emotions in there that people see, and you want them to see it. That's how you get your message across. That's how you express yourself. If you can't do so on the surface because it's blank, you don't show your emotions on the surface. I feel like you might also have resting bitch face. There's nothing, like people wouldn't even suspect it. Oop, that wanted to come out. King of Cups. It's like you're working through your emotions. Your emotions aren't displayed by what you do. Here it is again. That's how you deal with them. That's how you cope. And then bottom of the deck we have the Fool. 0. 0, there's nothing on the canvas. Because you didn't take those chances yet. But I think you're about to, like, you want to. There's this desire in you to do that. Yep. Page of Wands. Internal conflict. For some reason, I see this as the knight is on his journey and he runs into this conflict. I did say the world, you encounter many shadowy aspects from other people on your journey. So that's what this could be. You feel like it's directed at you somehow. There's conflict surrounding you. I feel like too, this is the conflict within like your inspiration. Whatever this internal conflict is within you is stopping you. Like he can't go on his journey with all these distractions. Can't create or do this to the best of your ability if you're sad. 'Cause there are tortured artists. People create beautiful things from dark emotions, but I feel like there is a dark side to that. Literally, we're talking about shadowy stuff. There's a dark side. Something that's missing. And sometimes it's nice to have a balance. Because when you're feeling lighthearted or happy, it's really good for motivation. I feel like you need motivation. You need a clean slate. And notice how the rose here is white as well. Something about a rose. But the rose has no color. It's red. It's missing the color red. It's like there's no love or passion put into what you do because of this internal conflict. That's what's preventing you. It could be sadness. Let's see, there's cups here, so it's definitely that. And then 4 of Swords, I'm seeing this as no motivation. No motivation to speak your truth, to be in your truth. No motivation to do the work. It's just a blank canvas. You're still at 0. This is the overall energy. You're definitely a work in progress. Let me see. I'm gonna get an oracle card from this deck. A change in the wind. Change in the wind. A change in direction, for sure. You're about to take a leap of faith. And I always like to say, like, you know that saying is like things went south, things went bad. Things blew you into a different direction and you don't know what to do. It's like something happened in your life that's causing you to feel this way. Something that got in the way. I was getting violence, maybe not literal violence, but you feel like violence is directed towards you. Hatred. Negative energy. You just feel like you're surrounded by that, and it's like you can't progress if you're constantly running into that. Because then it leaves you in this energy. It makes you feel depleted. I feel like someone's energy is depleted. She looks very sick on both of these cards. It's almost like you aren't being heard in a literal sense, so you put those messages in what you do as a way for it to be heard. That's how you own your emotions. That's how you're the King of Cups. Even when you feel depleted. Or even when you feel like you can't speak up. It's definitely a change coming, a shift. I feel like it's also a shift in your motivation. Poised. The energy in this card feels very lifted. like she has nothing to lose. It's like the equivalent of the Fool. It looks like she's posing, poised, posing. I was getting that Renaissance painting vibe where there's like, she's protected, there's nothing can bother her, nothing she's hiding, she's not defensive about anything. Whatever you, the Knight of Cups, ran into on your journey or in your painting that's unfinished, might hit a couple rest stops, might take a break, kind of like someone takes a break when they're on a long drive or a long vacation before they hit their destination. And then look, you pick right back up again. I feel like this is a sudden spark of inspiration. Things feel very light. Your energy feels light. You don't feel depleted. I feel like you have enough energy to take that leap, take that risk. Put yourself out there, because I feel like that's what you haven't been doing. Because it wouldn't be a blank canvas if you were. Okay, Libra, I feel like that's the end of this reading. Please like, subscribe, support the channel in any way you can, and take that leap of faith. Otherwise, you'll always be at 0. I feel like that's what that globe was, or that shadowy thing was in the back. 0. It's time to come out of the darkness and show the world, literally, the world what you got. Okay, guys. Bye.